Do you want to know what my favourite thing about shiny hunting is? It's the fact that if you put in the time and maybe the effort, eventually you'll get exactly what you want. It may take 5 minutes, it may take days, weeks, or even months if you're a hardcore full odds hunter. But eventually, the shiny will show up. You'll catch it, and you'll go on various journeys with it throughout the Pokemon world. The memories of finding it, always close to your heart. So why on earth would anyone want to hunt in a place where you can fail to capture shiny Pokemon? Well, this is the essence of a fun little event called Safari Week. Now, if you don't know what Safari Week is, it's basically a community shiny hunting event where full odds hunters come together to hunt in the Safari Zone. Of course, what makes this event unique is that shiny Pokemon, once you find them, have a chance to run away from you. This in turn creates a sense of pressure, of stress, of fun. Welcome to the channel. I'm Em, aspiring shiny hunter and Pokemon fanatic, and in years past I've always watched from the sidelines as people venture into the Safari Zone. Now, I never really understood why someone would do that, why they would spend the time to hunt, full odds mind you, only for a chance to fail, but some part of me found it at least a little bit interesting. It's exciting to see the community rally around a single event, to cheer each other on when we win, and to pick each other back up when we fail. I never thought I would attempt a full odds hunt, a real 1 in 8,192 full odds hunt. But here we are, Safari Week 2025, and I fear I'm a little bit out of my depth. This is the story of my first ever Safari Week and how I fell absolutely in love with full odds hunting. Day 1 started on June 20th, and armed with a single copy of Shining Pearl and a single copy of Pokemon Sapphire, I got started. It took a second to get used to the ways in which the Safari Zone works. You see, if you're unfamiliar, it's not like regular encounters. You don't throw out your own Pokemon, and you certainly don't have access to any items that might help you. All you have is 30 Safari Balls, which are basically fancy Pokeballs, different ways to approach the Pokemon, which might affect the outcome of the encounter, and a step limit. Of course, there are ways around this. In the Great Marsh, you can bring a Pokemon with Sweet Scent, and that way you can stay in the same spot and keep encountering Pokemon. As for the Hoenn Safari Zone, bring the Acro Bike. Now, this does mean you'll be locked out of further areas, but bunny hopping on the bike ensures that you won't use up any of those precious steps. Now, this being my first ever full odds hunt, I really wasn't expecting anything for the first few days. In fact, I was excited to see the encounter number rise, to increase to numbers I've never seen before within the context of a shiny hunt. I knew that coming from method hunts and the shiny charm, I've been a bit spoiled. I would have to realign my expectations. The number could very well reach the high thousands, but that didn't necessarily mean I was over odds, and of course, the game just had to be nice to me. Oh my god, shiny barrel after 378! Hang on, I have Sapphire going in the background. Let me shut that down a minute. 378 encounters, my first ever shiny in the Safari Zone. Okay, it's a barrel, but oh my god! Only 378 encounters. That's insane, right? Okay. Breathing. It can still run. I'm just gonna throw a ball. Come on, please. Please. 1, 2, 3. Yes, let's go! Yes! Oh my god! First ever Safari Week shiny. First ever Safari Zone shiny. It's a barrel. Let's go. This is my first ever shiny in this game as well. So this took 378 encounters. Odds are 1 in 4096, so full odds for the modern games. So my first ever full odds shiny for the modern games first of all, because I usually use the shiny charm. My first ever Safari Zone shiny, and my first ever Safari Week shiny. That's crazy. I was always under the impression that Barrel and Bidoof weren't that noticeable, but I saw that straight away. Okay, 1 out of 3. Like I said, I want 3 shinies. I want to see 3 shinies in the Safari Zone this week. Nothing in Emerald so far, but we're only about 500 encounters deep over there. So I'm not expecting anything in there anytime soon. But this was so quick! Oh my god. Yeah, 378 encounters. So much for not getting my hopes up. This was a fluke. I knew that. It really couldn't be that easy. And it definitely wasn't. Day 1 ended the same way it started. Grinding out those encounters and watching as the community came together to celebrate the beginning of this awesome event. Day 2 and 3 passed without much happening. Of course, as the encounters rose, some milestones were hit. 1365 encounters in BDSP, the shiny charm odds, and getting a quarter way to full odds in Sapphire. Now, in Sapphire, I was averaging about 1,000 encounters a day just single hunting, so if the math worked out, it would take me just over 8 days to reach odds. Of course, I was really hoping that wasn't the case. I couldn't go nearly the entire week without finding a full odds shiny, and you know what? As day 4 rolled around, I think Arceus heard my prayers. Oh my god! Oh my god! Shiny oddish on my Sapphire! Okay, right. I'm not even set up. 1 in 8192 shinies are real! I was doubting. Even though I'm like, not even at half odds. I don't know why I was doubting. Look at it! Oh, it looks so good! Oh my god, I can't believe that! This is my first ever full odds, like proper full odds shiny. And it's an oddish. I wanted an oddish. Reality setting and it can flee. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, right. Let me frame this better. There we go. Oh my god. Right, we want... Oh my god. Okay. Well, they're real. So even if it flees, I'm happy to see it. Even if it flees. Right, let's, anything on to fun then. Just throw a Pokeball. Throw a Safari Ball. Come on. Come on. 1. Oh, okay. Oh, no! Oh, that's so sad. No! Of course, my first ever full odds Safari shiny would flee. That is so sad. Oh. Well, now we just have to reclaim it. It kind of doesn't feel real to me, so I can't, like, feel that sad. But I want to reclaim it. We'll reclaim it. My first ever proper full odds shiny. And I had failed it. The moment I heard that sound and saw the text, my heart sunk. It had taken 4 days to get to this point. That's more than any of my previous shiny hunts. I expected to feel upset, to feel disappointed, but strangely, I didn't. I felt motivated. Is this what full odds hunters feel like all the time? I can't really put it into words, but seeing those different coloured pixels after putting in 4 days of work awoke something in me. It felt good to the serotonin-seeking areas of my brain, and failing it only lit that fuse. Now, I know this may seem silly to those outside the community. It's a waste of time, or it's not that important. But to that I say, you simply don't get it. Now, I used to be the same. Why would you spend hours, days of your life doing the same thing over and over again? Well, it's fun. It's a hobby, and trust me, I could be doing much worse things with my free time. And you know, if you happen to enjoy what I'm doing with my free time, you should like and subscribe. It really does help me out. As day 4 ended and day 5 started, I was feeling more determined than ever. I kept hopping away on my acro bike. I kept asking Vesperquen to use Sweet Scent, and this perseverance was rewarded. Shiny Wooper! Shiny Wooper in BDSP, let's go! 3,031 encountered. Technically that's 2 shinies in one day, because my sleep schedule's a little bit all over the place. So technically it's day 5, but it's still the same session that continued over from day 4, so... I don't know, does it count? I don't know. But shiny Wooper, I really wanted a Wooper. I love Wooper. Because axolotls are like adorable, and I love axolotls. I love Wooper. I love the shiny as well. Turns pink. Who doesn't love a good pink shiny, you know? 3,031 encounters. A little bit more than the last shiny in BDSP, but we didn't go over odds. Haven't gone over odds yet. That's gonna come back to bite me, isn't it? Right. We caught one. We failed one. Let's see what this Wooper offers us. We're gonna throw a Safari Ball. Please. Please. 1. Broke out. Okay, it's fine. Oh no, I'm 2 for 2 on sales. Come on, man. That stings a little more than the oddish, you know. encounters are a little bit slower in this game, so I feel like it took a little bit more to get to this point. But, you know, we've seen 3 shinies in total. Like, I wanted to see 3 shinies, so maybe I might increase that to 5. I think we will probably get 5 shinies seen by the end of the week. I think I'm going to stick to 3 shinies for capturing 3 shinies. But just, I want to see 5 shinies in either game in total. Oh man, that sucks. Oh well, we'll get it back. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. I won't lie, this one hurt a little bit worse. 2 failed shinies in a row. And Wooper is actually one of my favourite Pokemon, so it hurt all that more. Still, I pushed on, climbing back up to about 200 encounters in Pearl and 500 in Sapphire. I called it a night and got ready for day 6. Except day 6 never came, at least not in the way I wanted it to. You see, on day 6 I awoke ready to go and was immediately hit by technical issues. It was an easy fix, but I could feel the motivation starting to drain. I don't like admitting this, but 6 days into the event and I'd come down with every shiny hunter's worst nightmare. Burnout. I really do enjoy this hobby and I love Pokemon, but sometimes you need to stop, take a break from all the screens, and in the most sincere way, touch grass. So on day 6, and actually part of day 7 as well, I spent time with my family, we had a barbecue while England felt like it was setting itself on fire, and once again I watched from the sidelines. Just as I was feeling ready to jump back in, on day 8 and 9 I had to work. Now I won't tell you exactly what I do, but I work until about 10 PM, so I was ready for bed the moment I walked through the door, and day 8 and 9 passed without any progress as well. On day 10, the final day, I was ready to go. I spent more time than I would like to admit sat in the same place, grinding out those encounters. 500, then 1,000, then 1,500 in Sapphire, 200, then 600, then 800 in Pearl. But as 12 AM struck on the 30th of June, I was left with nothing. 1 successful shiny, 2 failed ones. Technically, I had achieved my goal of seeing 3 full odds shinies, but it didn't seem like enough. But not in the way you might be thinking. It didn't seem like enough because I knew that I wanted to hunt more. I knew I could put in more encounters. I knew that I wanted to experience these hunts for just a little bit longer. So to make up for lost time, I gave myself 2 days of overtime. Now overtime isn't uncommon within Safari Week, or any events really. Most hunters will give themselves an extra few days just to finish out the phase, or to catch up if they were busy. I knew that if I found just 1 more shiny, I would be happy. Overtime day 1 passed. Nothing. The numbers kept climbing. Overtime day 2. Still nothing, but as day 2 turned into day 3, something amazing happened. Shiny Wooper! Shiny Wooper has returned home. Maybe. Maybe. Oh my god, okay. I was not expecting to get a shiny tonight. Let's shut down my other recordings. Right, move everything out the way. Pause. Okay, oh god. Right. 2,593 encounters, still very much under odds, and the last shiny for BDSP for Safari Week. We are technically in overtime now, but we still take it nonetheless. Now, Wooper did run away from me last time. Can we reclaim? Oh god, I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? It's just a shiny Wooper. How do I play this? Do I be like nonchalant, like look away when it's in the Pokeball, like that playground myth, like you would just pretend you don't care about the Pokemon, then you catch it. Okay, we need a prayer circle. Okay, fingers crossed. We're just gonna throw a Safari Ball. I'm expecting it to run. I'm expecting it to run. Here we go. Come on. It's gonna flee, but you know, it's fine. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god! Yes! Reclaimed Wooper! Yes! Oh my god! She came home! She came home! Yes! Okay, so 3 shinies found in BDSP, 2 caught, 1 fled. I'm very happy with that result. And we reclaimed the Wooper. Everything I said about Wooper is still true. I love Wooper. Wooper's so cool. Oh my god. And this was technically the last day that I gave myself to find Safari Week shinies. So I'm very happy that I've actually found another shiny. Oh my god. I'm free from the Great Marsh. The fail that hurt the most. My shiny Wooper finally reclaimed. Overjoyed, I decided to call it there. I had so much fun hunting in the Safari Zone, despite all the ups and downs. I feel like I have fallen in love with what made shiny hunting so appealing to me in the first place. Whilst I'm certainly not about to exclusively hunt full odds, I definitely have a deeper appreciation for those who do. I think if you haven't tried full odds, you need to at least once. And maybe next year's Safari Week will be the push you need as well. I know I'm about to start preparing for next year already. I am not subjecting myself to single hunting again. But my poor wallet. And if I take anything away from this event, it's that shiny hunting has its ups and downs, successes and failures, happiness and sadness. Ultimately, it's about the journey, seeing how the whole adventure comes together. Like I said at the beginning, even in places where shinies can flee, they still show up. You'll catch them, and the memories of finding them will always be dear to your heart. Thanks for watching, good luck on your own hunts, and I'll see you in the next one.